Today I'm going to share with you why people have a desire to be a hero, but at the same time they don't. Coming up next. Hey guys, this is Broke to Beast, where we make videos about starting your own business online or offline, as well as follow along my own journey. Before we start, if you like entrepreneurship and business content, make sure you go down below and subscribe, because we post videos every day about achieving your success. So for the past few days, I've been reading this book called The Denial of Death by Ernest, I'm forgetting his last name. And the book is about how the main fear in our lives is the fear of death. And that every fear that we have has the fear of death behind it, even if it's not immediately readable. The first concept that I would like to talk about is the difference between courage and bravery. So the definition of bravery is when you have the audacity and the power of trying new things, of living up to new challenges, but without any feeling of fear. On the other side, the definition of being courageous is to have the ability to push through and confront challenges and your fears in your life while being in a total state of fear, which means that the difference is that courage is when you feel like totally hopeless and full of fear, but you still are able to get up and confront your worst demons, your dragons. Now, here's why people want to be heroes. People usually do things in a way that in the future, other people around them are most likely to call them or to see them as heroes. So people want to be seen as heroes in the future. They want to leave a legacy in which they're seen in a good light. They're seen that they did good stuff in their lives. Because most human instincts come from innate selfishness, which means that our main priority is to survive. This ties to being a hero, because if you are seen as a hero, this means you're most likely to be able to procreate and to mate so you can pass your DNA to your kids. This is what the initial part of the book talks about. Now, on the other side, people don't want to be heroes most of the time, because all human fears are based on the fear of death, as we've talked about. But on the other side of the coin, there's also the fear of life, which is connected to the fear of death, but it's the fear of experiencing things in life. Now, a lot of people don't have the courage, currently, to confront life in its biggest challenges. For them, the negatives of a risk, of something they must do, outweigh the positives, which means they won't take action. But by choice, all of those people could train themselves to become more courageous and confront those fears and move forward in life, and consequently become a hero in the eyes of other people. This relates to entrepreneurship because most entrepreneurs deal with this dilemma on a daily basis. On one side, there's a security of a job, of having a salary, of having a stable life, maybe benefits, and having a pension at the end of their working life. With obviously the downside of not living the life you want, not having control over your schedule, and ultimately not choosing when you want to work and what you want to work on. On the other side, there's risk, there's no salary, there's no promises, and there's only hard work and sweat and tears. And each day, the entrepreneur, I've seen this in my case as well, each day you have to decide which road you want to go. You have the option to choose. And each day you have to convince yourself, if you truly want to be an entrepreneur, you have to convince yourself which road you want to take. And you have to keep choosing the right path each and every day. Not the right path, but you have to choose the path that you want. So if you still want to be an entrepreneur every single day, you have to keep going. And this doesn't mean that you'll feel like you want to be an entrepreneur, because sometimes you're working so hard and you're using a lot of energy that you don't really want to do the work anymore, and you'd rather just have a paycheck every month and work for somebody else. But you know that deep inside, if you would do that, you would not be happy, you would not be fulfilled. So you have to think about the future and understand what conditions will there be in each side. Now, if an entrepreneur chooses the way of entrepreneurship, this does not make him a hero. I'm not saying that having a job doesn't make you a hero or you cannot leave a legacy by doing so. But if the entrepreneur goes through entrepreneurship and builds an actual business that has an impact on a lot of lives, he is more likely to be seen by those people, those customers, to be seen as a hero, to be somebody that brought them real value to their lives. And that is why a lot of people also want to go through entrepreneurship, for the bigger value of leaving a legacy and affecting a lot of people's lives and being seen as a hero, which in itself is not wrong, but it is a selfish way of bringing value to you, to be seen as a hero. This doesn't mean if you're building a company or if you're building a business that you're just selfish and you just want to have things for yourself. Because even if you might be selfish by creating a company because you want money and you want recognition, at the end of the day, you're still creating value for tons of people. Obviously, you have to be bringing positive value to people. And so, by doing that, yes, you're taking care of your need to be seen as a hero and probably your monetary needs, but at the same time, you're changing the world to be a better place. And in that way, it's different than building a company where you try to scam people. Because when you're scamming people, yes, you won't be seen as a hero, but you will have monetary value. You'll probably be able to make some money at least. However, if you build a company where you respect your customers and you build something that brings actual value to people, you know that you'll have both wealth and you'll have recognition of being a hero. Anyways, the moral of this thought pattern is that each day you must be very careful on which road you choose and not let your thoughts go into other worlds and think about what if you had a job. Because if you do that too many times for too many days in a row, you'll start to feel that entrepreneurship is no longer for you. And that might be the case. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you want to be an entrepreneur and you really want to stick to it, I highly suggest you to focus on it every day on saying that this is the road for me, this is the road for me, and you'll be happy in pursuing that success. Now here's an example of my mission statement that I like to do every day. And here's my one phrase. First one is impact millions and you'll make millions, by MJ DeMarco from the book called The Millionaire Fastlane, which is a sentence I really like because it focuses on creating value for other people and not just about the money. It's actually on changing people's lives and making an actual difference in somebody's life for the better. And the second is a more materialistic way of life. That is Enzo Ferrari. It's a model that is an Enzo Ferrari, something. It's a car that I used to have as a model when I was a kid, and I love the car so much, and I really want to buy it in the future when I'm wealthy. So there's both sides of the spectrum. One side is the wealthy side, the side of making money, and the other is the side of bringing value to people, and that will itself bring wealth to your life. Anyways, I hope this helped, and make sure you guys think about this concept and see if it can apply to your life on entrepreneurship, on choosing the right path each day, and seeing where you can go with this in terms of being afraid of death, but being more afraid of life instead. Because at least in my case, I'm more afraid of life, of not living the life that I want, than of being afraid of death, or of being afraid of confronting the challenges of life. If you like the content, please make sure you go down below and subscribe, because we post videos every day on entrepreneurship. And make sure you leave your story on the comments and let me know what kind of business are you trying to build and what kind of challenges are you facing, so we can all talk to each other and support each other on our journeys. Anyways, I hope this helped, and until next time, peace.